Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. We've got a fun live stream for you guys tonight. We are drinking nothing but bangers tonight. And I just saw about 30 minutes ago that Matt Madness got postponed to another Friday. So I thought, what the heck? I sent some of our favorite Patreon members some really rare allocated bourbons. And I thought, well, let's just turn this into a little mini Matt Madness. It won't have the great music and all that stuff, but I thought that would be fun to do while we taste some really good whiskey. I haven't been able to jump on with you guys in a while. Actually, I think I did a live stream. We tasted some rye about a week or so ago, but content has definitely been down. Hope you guys can all hear me in the chat. If so, let me know. I'm also killing a little bit of time as Ben tries to hop on. He was having a little bit of trouble getting on, so we definitely want him on for tonight. All of you Barrels for Hope members that are listening or will be listening, if you guys hadn't heard, we're going to try to tell you guys in as many places as possible. But the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof pick, the Founders pick that we did, will be in, and we will be shipping those July 15th. So that's super exciting. We don't have any news on the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof short barrel that we purchased as well. We don't know when that'll get in. But then July 15th, we should also be receiving the Hard Truth pick we did. So you guys are about to get a lot of picks in a short amount of time. So we're super stoked about that. Yeah, exactly. The EC is coming. And I got to tell you, man, I had the sample bottle and I had some more of it the other night, and oh my God, is it so good. It's really wild though. I've had this on a couple barrel picks I've been on where, you know, that particular pick that you guys are going to be getting is 118 proof, and we got a lot of fruit notes on it in the Rick House. It's not really heavy on fruit notes like it was then. And you know, the barrel's is a little older now. So I'm really interested to see what it comes out at, but where it was at when we tasted it, the sample bottle I have is ridiculous. It's so good. In fact, Ed and Brad, who are coming on tonight, both tasted samples of that. I brought it to them, and I think they loved it. So let's see. Let's just get Ed and Brad on here, and then we'll just kill some time and wait for Ben. Let me get these guys on here. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Cheers, guys. How are you?
Great. How about you?
Doing
good, man. I was just telling the peeps about the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof pick that we're doing, and you guys had a chance to taste it. It's good, right?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's excellent. I don't think anybody will be disappointed.
No.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's really good. I keep seeing Ben pop on and pop off, so we'll just keep killing time till he gets on here. Let's see. Then we did a Maker's pick as well, and then we've got we're doing a Middle West pick. Have you guys ever had Middle West Pumpernickel Rye?
No.
No, I've never had it. No.
It is fantastic. At least the barrel I had was so good. Joe brought it to the first Elijah Craig pick we did. And I was really expecting not to like it, and I was amazed. So the fact that we got one of those barrels, we just, told Narav that's one we were looking for, and he called us 2 days later and he said, "I'm carrying their stuff now. You guys have a barrel if you want it." So we're going down there August. They're out of Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be a fun pick. So.
Yeah.
All right. Thank goodness. All right. Ben's on here. Let me see.
Benjamin.
Add him. Get this changed here. Ben, can you hear us? That's the key. You can't hear us? At least we had picture. He's got half of it figured out.
Right.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. Let's say hey to everybody in the chat. Daniel, what's up, man? He is in the Dominican.
Oh,
nice.
The booze stinks. Well, rum down there, isn't it?
Yeah, he said he's drinking Dewar's.
Oh,
Man, that's a
I'm
shame.
sorry.
Yeah.
You might want to turn the stream off.
No joke.
Cheers, brother. Earl Shipley's in the house. What's up, man? Here's us loud and clear. All right. Good deal.
What are you leading off with, Brad?
Well, I've actually got a little rum that I've just poured into my glass. It's one that I had last year when my wife and I went to St. Martin. It's called Don Papa Barocco, and you can't get it here in the United States. So we got back, really liked it, and decided. Actually, I found it in Spain and had some shipped over for me.
Oh my God.
It's really good. I'll have to send you guys a sample sometime.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
For sure.
Sounds good, man. Dan says he's stopping in to say hi. Wife wants to do a movie night. Yep, you better do your movie night, buddy.
That's right. That's right.
Keep mama happy.
That's right.
I just know the one rum that I had that Lance put in that one flight, that oh my.
That stuff's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's it's beyond ridiculous.
Brad, have you ever had that?
Just in the pics we had. Yeah, that was
Okay.
the first time I'd ever had it.
Okay.
You know, when we did the calendar.
Yeah. Oh, but that wasn't this one Ed's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the one I had was
Yeah.
next level stuff right there.
Oh, nice.
And that's gone forever, isn't it, Lance?
Yeah. At least, I don't have any more of it. So, let me see. Sorry, I'm messaging Ben here. I'm gonna tell him to try on his phone.
Yeah.
He's not having any luck. Something's wrong with his computer. I thought the young guys are the ones supposed to have all this figured out.
Right?
Cheers,
You're
Gary.
talking about me, aren't you?
That's a nice shirt too, Brad. It's a
Isn't that
nice
a nice
shirt, buddy.
shirt?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Cheers, Darren. Jeremy Banks is in the house. What's up, buddy? Whiskey Uncensored. Cheers. We got a great. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight. So what?
I'm looking forward to it.
What we're gonna do? I'll have to tell Ben again, but we're gonna do it kind of Matt Madness style. So I've got like 3 questions for each pour, and you guys get 30 seconds for each question.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's a totally different ball game when you've only got 30 seconds.
Okay. I like it.
It'll be fun, and then we'll take some time to really enjoy the picks. So I think what we'll do is we'll answer on the first pour. We'll do the 3 questions, and then I'll reveal what it is, so people don't have to wait till the very end to hear what each bottle is.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Brad, I just poured this that you sent me today.
You see Ed's name on that?
What's this supposed to be, Ed?
Ed's bottle.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna cherish this.
Yeah, you should. You should. Looks like I'm going to Chattanooga in August to get some.
Man, what's this bottle normally cost? Because it's worth 3 times that now that I know it was Ed.
Yeah. I think it's 60 something like that.
Dude, it's good. It's really good. I've taken a couple sips. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
it's one of those you can tell once it's opened up a little bit. I had some about a week ago, and when it's now that it's been open for about 2 more weeks, it should be really, really flavorful.
It's really chocolatey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's really nice, man.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah,
for 100 proof.
Good things about their last 2 founders picks or their founders releases this year and last year.
Okay, I was gonna say this is blended with some MGP, right?
Yeah, I believe yes. I think so.
God dang, it is dark, man.
Look at that thing.
Dark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
It's like motor oil.
I bet Ed would like it.
I bet he would. I don't know if it's nutty enough for Ed's palate, but it's really
probably not.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's all the time. Given.
What's up, Gary? Cheers, buddy. Man, I keep seeing Ben's name pop up here, and then he goes out. I really want him to do this flight with us.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some issues too, though. I wound up doing it on my phone, but you know, so you guys look like you're little bitty miniature figures or something, but that's okay.
It's probably better that way.
Yeah. Especially this bald head.
No, Ed, you're good. I've still got your bottle. Don't you worry.
All right, buddy.
Oh,
I'm gonna be hanging out with Big Brad in August.
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, road tripping down to Florida, and so I'm gonna hang out one night there, and then make my way on down and meet my son for his 21st birthday. Do a little deep sea fishing, so it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
I'm
and then you guys are coming here for Whiskey Mash.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We got an awesome year, man.
Oh man, no lie.
That's for sure. It's been great. I got to go on my first barrel pick this year, and so
yeah.
Fun field.
You went on a great one too, man. The Hard Truth just does it up right.
Yeah. Why don't you tell people about that, Brad? How was that?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was such a nice facility, and I mean, we saw everybody. We saw the master distiller, the CEO. I mean, everybody was there. They found out the day before they had won double gold at San Francisco. So I mean, it was just great. And we tasted 3 different whiskeys that, truthfully, I think we would have been happy with any of the 3, but the one did stand out the most, I think, to everybody, and I think everybody's going to be real happy with it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool how they gave us basically, I guess for the sweet mash rye, they age it in 3 different types of barrels, and then blend 3 different types of barrels. So they let us try each of those on their own, and then of course we picked the highest proof one on the highest floor. But man, it's going to be an awesome pick. I wonder if I can add. Hey, Ben, can you hear us? Nothing. Man, hope he gets that figured out.
Yeah, me too.
Let me see. He might have to watch along with us, and we might have to tell his answers.
I just know one thing, that sample D, man, that is dark. Woo.
Yeah, you didn't pour it yet, though, right?
Oh, no, they're just
okay. All right.
I'm just looking at the bottle going, man, that is dark.
I can't wait for you guys to taste these.
Yeah.
Me too.
C had a little leakage, but I'm good.
Did it really?
Just a little, not much.
Yeah, my C had a little leakage too, but I've still got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either that or Lance blew his nose on the napkin he wrapped it in.
Yeah. He was drooling when he was pouring it, and he wiped his face off.
That's it. Yeah, I believe that.
What's the best thing you guys have drank so far this year?
Ooh. The caramel malted rye from Hard Truth. That's my favorite this year so far.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Well, that's good.
Well,
no. Back up. Booker's 25th.
Oh yeah.
Booker's 25th. That's the best thing I've drank all year.
Is a good.
I've actually been able to find and pour is that caramel rye. That stuff. That's fabulous.
I've got a Nash Tucky 8-year bourbon. That's fantastic.
Oh, I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nash Tucky, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Where's it out of?
I'm pretty sure Nashville Barrel does it. You know, it's out there.
I've heard just amazing things from their stuff.
Yeah.
The Nashville Barrel.
Well,
Have you had this stuff, Lance?
It's wonderful.
Let's see.
What?
All right, can y'all hear me?
Look at that.
Man, this is insane.
All right. Hey,
Technology,
if you young kids need any help, you just let us old folks know.
Yeah, you don't come talk to Mr. Ben, that's for sure. I have no idea what's going on. It's weird because it'll show the stream, but StreamYard's telling me the internet connection isn't strong enough to actually run the stream. And I'm like, I just went and like did a bunch of internet tests, and my stuff's working perfectly fine. So I have no idea what's going on.
It might be on StreamYard's end. I wonder if it's because I connected it to my Facebook account also.
It's probably your fault. That's what we'll say.
It's always fun to blame Lance.
Yeah. I wonder if I wonder if I should remove it. I can remove it. I'm afraid if I remove it,
the whole thing just
will
crashes.
happen.
It'll crash and burn.
Yeah. So Ben, what I told him is what we'll do tonight. We're gonna taste through the 4 samples I sent you guys, and since Matt Madness was canceled tonight, we'll just kind of do it Matt Madness style. You get 30 seconds for each question.
Oh boy, so y'all were really waiting on me.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were.
Of course.
Yeah. And then so there'll be 3 questions per pour, and then we'll reveal the bottle after we do the 3 questions. So people don't have to wait till the end to find out all of them. So if you want to pour sample 1, you can pour sample 1. Don't smell it or anything yet.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Hey Ben, don't feel bad. I've noticed the older I get, the weaker my stream is too. But it don't
Brad, that Chattanooga is special, man.
Nice.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad I was able to get us some.
That was fantastic.
Where did you get? Did you get it in Tennessee?
Yeah, I found there were probably.
Ben, don't smell it. Ben, you cheater.
Sorry. So sorry. I'm discombobulated.
You're a mess tonight.
It's already starting, Ed.
Got laid, Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, we can go question 1 here. Hold on, let me.
Okay, so only pour A.
Pour A.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Yeah.
Just don't smell it. In case you guys didn't know, don't smell it.
Don't smell it, because the first question is you're gonna tell me the distillery on the nose, and you've got 30 seconds to do so.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my timer ready. Brad, don't smell it yet. This is now I know what Matt goes through every week.
It's the worst class ever right here.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Ready.
Now you can go. Ooh, it smells good.
Sure does.
Am I gonna have to text you the answers?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm on my phone.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
All right. So you can text me the answers. All right. Let's see. There went. Oh, he's got it. He's gonna lose because he's got to text me. Daniel. Oh, he's talking about that Nashville Barrel Company. Yeah, that was. I have 1 bottle in my bunker of that. It is so good. I can't believe that sat on the shelves as long as it did.
Yeah.
Cheers, David. Hope you're doing well tonight, bud.
Are we texting you answers too, or what? Are we just waiting?
No. Text me the answers.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
All right.
I didn't realize we were. I'm on my phone too. So.
Now it's okay. You can keep smelling it if you want.
I should have asked. Yeah, I was just sitting here just. So that we don't have to pop off for 5 seconds to text you the answers, would it be an issue if we all just, hey, Scouts honor, and we'll all just
No, that's fine. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
We don't need to be that official.
Yeah, we don't have to be that official. I didn't realize your phone was going to black out on us. I forgot.
I certainly like it.
Jason, what's up, buddy? Cheers.
I'll tell you,
let's see.
another one you were asking earlier, best pours. Absolutely, the best $70 bottle I've ever bought was a bottle of the Boone County single barrel store pick that I grabbed in Kentucky.
Was that the one you brought up here?
Yeah.
Whew. That was tasty. That was really good.
A lot of flavor. Creamy, just really good.
All right. Question 2 is going to be, you get 30 seconds. This is on the palate. You're going to tell me the age.
Cool.
Ready?
Oh, boy.
And go. Three, 2, 1. 30 seconds isn't a long time when you're doing that, is it?
Oh,
No, that's real quick.
are we testing it or?
You're lucky to get 2 drinks in.
Yeah, it's so fast. I when we did it, I was like, man, this is a different animal. I should have practiced 30-second time limits.
No joke.
So I know you guys were thinking about something else, but do you like the pour on the palate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is. Are we texting this to you again, or are we?
No, we can just go around the horn if you want.
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Yeah. I trust all of you but Ed, so we can have Ed go first.
That's right.
Am I going first?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
12.
Okay.
I actually had the same thing. I had 12.
12.
Yeah, I'm going to say something different because I actually had the same thing, but I'll go 14.
That's what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, well, it's exactly defeats the whole
really
purpose
was
of what we
12. I swear it was 12. I swear
right.
it's 12.
Hey, Aaron's in the house. What's up, dude?
Oh, damn. Been a long time since I've seen old Aaron around.
I know. I love that
real long
guy,
time.
though. He's such a good dude. He's such a good dude. He helped organize that fundraiser for Kira's dad. They raised $31,000.
Holy smoke.
Yep.
Crazy.
Wow.
Just crazy. Yeah, dude. So I don't know if you saw in that. You probably didn't see in the green room, Ben, but like a screen just popped up and said Ben on it.
Now?
Yeah, I think there's a problem with StreamYard. I don't think it was you guys. But
Yeah, I think I'm gonna blame it all on StreamYard.
I would.
Freaking
Oh.
cream.
All right, you ready for the last question on bottle 1?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
So we're going 30 seconds on the proof.
boy.
And go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I actually wrote mine down on a little piece of paper in case there's.
All right, you go first, Brad.
Okay. 110.
110. Okay. Ben?
117.5. I'm just gonna put the 0.5 in there just so that there's
I like
anybody Everybody says the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, what do you got?
I'm going 112.8.
All right. So let's see. On the proof, I'm just giving it to the point to whoever gets the closest.
All right.
So let's see. All right. So first question was distillery on the nose. Ben said Beam. Ed said Heaven Hill. Brad said Brown Foreman. Ed got a point. It's Heaven Hill.
That was a good guess. Right when I heard Heaven Hill, I was like, that was a good job, Edward.
Yeah.
I was leaning Beam, and I went back in on my second sniff, and I'm like, I'm going Heaven Hill. So
Beam and Heaven Hill are hard for me to tell.
they're really, yeah.
All right. So the thing I look for with Heaven Hill is that like sweet oak, that older oak note on some things, and less nuttiness than I think.
Yep.
I just always try to think of Booker's and think, is it this nutty?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So question 2, the age. Ben said 12. Ed said 12. Brad said 14.
No, Brad said 12.
Did you say 12?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're just going to call that. Nobody got a point on that one.
That works.
All right. So the last question was proof. Ben said 117.5. Ed said 112.8. Brad said 110. And Brad was the closest.
Well done, Bradley.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what you got? You guys have any guesses on what you were drinking?
Is it Heaven Hill? I guess what year would it? Was it one of the newest Heaven Hill releases? Was it 20 year?
Oh no, it's not that.
I know
I don't
Brad
know.
was a little high. I was gonna say when you said Heaven Hill, I was gonna say Old Fifth 17, but I don't think that's right. That's my guess.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
What you got? You have any guesses, Brad?
I would say, probably I'm gonna go a little different way. I'll go with a birthday bourbon.
Birthday bourbon. Okay. Well, you're in the right proof range. What you guys were drinking? Old Fitz 19.
19.
Jeez.
All right.
This is a bottle that's been flipped in the air many times and is getting very, very low.
Bottle that was freshly cracked and then flipped twice.
Yeah. So Ed, you're on your game tonight, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was feeling like it was something older, but it's like it's so tough because you don't want to go out on a limb and throw some. Anytime you start throwing things older than 14, it just feels wrong.
It feels so wrong. Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna look like such an idiot if I say 17 and it's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.5 years, and you said 16. Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys didn't do bad on that at all. I mean, all your guesses were reasonable, very
That's
reasonable.
really good.
Man, it's so good for a low proof, for 100 proof pour. It is so good.
That's go ahead. Oh, that's right up there with Knob 18.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similar characteristics in those two for sure.
Both running 100 proof, and they're just full of flavor.
Yeah, I'd like to taste those side by side. I bet you might get a little more cherry out of the Knob Creek, but
you're probably right. I can arrange some samples if you want to taste them side by side.
Well, this might not make it. I think I'm going to take it to. I'm taking Pappy 15 and probably the old Fitzes I have, and I don't know what else. I need one more bottle. I'm going to take for my daughter's wedding next week. So,
all right.
So I doubt those will make it very long.
I'll still gladly send you a Knob 18.
Oh yeah. Well, I tasted it at your house. It was great. Yeah, it was good. I even remember tasting it.
I know. Remember everything of that night because we shut it down.
Right. That's right.
Oh man. All right. Who else did I miss in here? Roy, cheers, man. Hope everything's going okay for you. Hope you're having a good week. All right, pour number 2. I'm interested to see what you guys think about this one.
Mm-hmm. Are we okay for it as long as we don't smell it?
Yeah, just don't smell it.
All right. This will be good because everything tastes better in my whiskey tornado.
In your glass. So we got those, Brad, right when Lance made them available, and Ben and I both got one.
Yeah.
Ben goes and washes his and goes, dude, I think I washed all the frosty off the glass. It's clear. Like if you get it wet, it'll do that.
Hey, that was my first time with one of those frosted Glens. I didn't know.
That was funny.
I was like, is this thing defective?
Yeah, that was awesome. He's like, I think I got a defective one. It's clear.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I'm out every time with some more bourbon, and I never wash it.
You ready for the first one?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. This is on the nose. You got 30 seconds. Let me get my timer ready here. You are telling me if this is finished or not.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And go. Oh, there it goes. Bourbon Basement said, how about Winter Oak for the 3rd wedding bottle? Oh, that's a good one. That might be a winner right there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Daniel said, I'm looking skinny. I appreciate that. I might be down like 2 pounds, but that's it, man. That is it.
Yeah,
I haven't really lost. Yeah, I haven't really lost any weight, but I've been doing pretty good. I've been working out 3-4 days a week and only having sips on Friday and Saturday. So I've been doing good.
Are you trying to lose weight, or are you just on kind of a little more of a workout kick, or what?
No, yeah, no. I mean, I've lost weight in the past, lots of weight, and I know exactly what I need to do. I've been kind of like, so I wake up, I have a protein shake for lunch. I have a lean meat and vegetable, and then dinner, I really just have whatever the family's having. I just try to keep it in check. And then, honestly, I've been snacking more than I should. If I could just cut the snacking out, I think my weight would fly down. But and then on the weekends, I've just kind of been doing whatever on the weekends. I've been keeping it pretty good in check through the week, and then on the weekends it's whatever, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is. My wife thinks I'm sexy. That's all that counts.
That's right.
That's right.
All of them.
She's too far along to start over now.
Yeah, as long as I stay out, I'm not on any medications, and I feel good, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to keep that in line. So
There you
go. Okay. What'd you guys think? Who wants to go first?
Let Ben lead it off.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I said yes.
You said yes. Okay. What do you think, Ed?
I agree. I said yes.
That didn't sound confident. It sounded like you were taking off my answer.
No, I said yes.
That's cheating.
I did right. I was going to lead off. But...
So we all think that's finished.
Yep.
And the nose on it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a time limit like that, you almost want to like smell more intensely, thinking that it's gonna like thinking you're gonna figure it out, and it just like more ethanol just goes right up there. You're like, all right, that got me no further.
That's exactly what I did, and then I'm like, man, I got to do the back of the hand and clear the nose, and
Yeah.
We don't need Matt Mattis. We got Lance Lunacy. I like that.
Nice.
I like this one too. If you can't tone it, tan it. That's about where I'm at, buddy. All right. Question 2. So you get 30 seconds to taste this, and you are going to tell us what distillery. Okay. Hang on just a second. Oh, Brad's already going.
No, I was.
Okay, ready, go. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. It's hard, right? 30 seconds is so tough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's like by the time the finish is done, you're like you're 20 seconds in.
Yeah. It's funny because you watch Matt Madness and you're like, what are these people? Yeah, I could do this. And then you do it and you're like, shit, that's a lot harder than that.
Absolutely.
By the way, that's freaking delicious.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'll go ahead and lead it off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give us a guess.
I'm going to say Barton.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go next. I said Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
I actually had Barton as well.
All right. All right.
That has a finish for days.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. So after you tasted it, do you guys still all think it's finished or not?
I'm on the fence now.
Yeah, I know.
Fence. I really am.
I'm still gonna say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go the opposite way.
You're
Yeah. My nose tricked me.
All right. Last, you got 30 seconds. You're just gonna say the proof. And go. God, it's so good. Man, I love that before. Yep. Sneaking around Hogwarts. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right.
Wonder which Hogwarts or Harry Potter characters we would be. It would be Dobby.
Who?
Dobby?
Whoever the little elf is. That's...
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Getting beat.
Yeah. Ed's Dalby or the little bankers, the little dwarf bankers.
I haven't seen any freaking Harry Potter, so whatever.
All right. Who wants to go first with proof?
I go.
All right.
At 122.
Okay.
I said 119.
Ooh.
I seriously said the exact same thing Brad did. I said 122.
How about that?
122.
And it was stuck in my head right from the first drink. So
Okay.
Dobby likes the proof.
that's good stuff.
All right. We'll reveal pour 2 here. So I asked you on the nose if it was finished. You all said yes. It is not finished. So I asked that question because I thought on the nose I could see how people would think it was finished. Even on the taste, it almost tastes double oaked or something a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But guys,
yeah.
On On the nose, I got that little tiny bit of like raisiny prune, and that's why I thought that it was finished.
Yeah, gotcha.
I got that exact same thing. When I went back the second time, after sipping it, then going and nosing it, it was like, no, it probably I didn't get that same thing. It changed, but
right. When we were on the proof sips, I was like, no, this ain't finished. So
yeah.
So nobody got that right. The second question was distillery on the palate. Ben said Barton. Ed said Barton. Brad said Buffalo Trace. None of you got that right. On proof, Ben said 119, and Ed and Brad said 122. The proof is 115.94.
Really?
Yep. So Ben got the point there. So you guys are all tied after 2 pours.
That friggin' thing drinks way hotter than 115.
So
nice.
So what you guys were drinking is Smoke Wagon Winter Oak.
Oh my!
Interesting.
Wow.
What is the age on that? Right, it's a blend, right?
Yeah, it's a blend. So 20% is 11 year. 26% is a 9 year. 13% is a 7 year, and 41% is a 5 year. So obviously all MGP. Now, Brad, you were talking about Nashville earlier. Mm-hmm. When I reviewed this, I got a review coming out, and I love this bottle. But for the price, I think you can find a Nashville barrel pick that tastes very similar and is just as good.
Yeah.
So I've had some A1 Nashville picks but that's not to say this isn't fantastic, but I didn't pay $80 for this. This was a lot more expensive and a lot more rare. So
that is fabulous. That's so good. Really good. Man, that's good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what I gave as an alternative in my review. I'm like, most people aren't going to be able to find that. Just find a Nashville pick, and you're drinking MGP that somehow they make taste close to that, man. It's but golly, that's so good, man. That's in everyone's pick. Oh, that's it. Everyone pick their house. Gotcha. All right. So now the question, which pour do you prefer, 1 or 2?
2.
God.
I went back. I still had a little bit of 1 left. I went back to 1, and it's really good. I think I actually like it more than the Smoke Wagon.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would say the same. That old Fitz 19. If you're just sipping it by itself, man, that thing is special.
That is, yeah.
You can't go wrong with either one of those two.
No.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can pour C. I have not even tasted this one, so I'm excited to try it with you guys.
Is this a fresh crack then?
It was fresh cracked when I sent your samples. Yep.
All right.
It likes a fresh crack.
Yes, he does.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. For pour number 3, we are going to do state of distillation on the nose.
Oh.
Huh.
All right.
Okay. Oh, my timer keeps clicking off here. Okay. All right. You ready? And go. Oh, nose on that's good too, man.
Oh, it really is. This may be my favorite nose so far.
Man. 3, 2, 1. Ed's in deep thought. Ed's going, is he fucking with me or is he not fucking with me?
I know, damn it.
All right, what do you think, Ben?
Indiana.
What do you think, Ed?
Yeah. I'm going to go Tennessee.
I'm going Dakota. No, I'm just kidding. Kentucky.
All right.
So, somebody, well,
one of you got it right.
Somebody's getting a point or nobody's getting a point.
That's true. Got it covered, I think.
All right. Second question is just distillery on the palate.
Okay.
Okay. And go. Oh my God, that's delicious. Holy crap. That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, man, that's good.
That is good. Oh, man, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Brad, what do you got?
Distillery, Wild Turkey.
Oh, interesting. All right. Ben?
That's it. It's definitely not Wild Turkey by that response.
You're right.
Ben's like, I'm changing my answer.
No, I was trying to think if I wanted to hedge my bets and try to go with like something that I know is in Kentucky. I'm gonna stick with the original and go MGP.
Oh, you're doubling down, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I have to. I feel like I gotta go with the first initial guess.
What do you think, Ed?
Well, being that I guessed the state of Tennessee, and after tasting it, that's wrong. I'm gonna go MGP actually.
All right. Did you guys like that pour? You like that pour?
Yeah. I feel like this could be Barton. Like it tastes kind of similar, like fruity, but interesting to see.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3 is proof. And go.
That gets better.
It does, right? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, Ed, what do you got on proof?
108.
Brad?
111.
And Ben?
109.
Wow.
Wow. Man, you guys are way off.
Well, that's what I like to hear.
But I think it just goes to what a good bourbon it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't think I'm giving you guys any point. Well, actually, for proof, the closest to the proof gets a point. So first question was state of distillation on the nose. Ben said Indiana. Ed said Tennessee. Brad said Kentucky. Brad was correct. It is Kentucky.
Good job, Bradley.
Thank you, sir.
distillery on the palate. Ben said MGP. Ed said MGP. Brad said Wild Turkey. None of you got it right.
Oh,
man. On proof, third question. Ben said 109. Ed said 108. Brad said 111. So you guys were all right around there. It was 125.4.
No.
Wow.
What?
Not
Did you
like
mix
that.
up the samples?
Man,
Nope.
That's crazy.
man, that's
That's not a Blue Note pick, is it?
Nope.
Oh,
What you guys were drinking is Blanton straight from the barrel.
oh my!
What?
No kidding!
That's crazy.
Very good.
Holy cow, that is amazing.
That's a damn good pour, right?
Oh,
You're
It
right.
doesn't, it
Excellent.
doesn't feel like Buffalo Trace though.
mm.
Yeah, it's more like I get more like black tea notes on it, and like the fruitiness is there, but not as much as on some other Buffalo Trace products.
I
Yeah.
can see, Ben, how that might lean a little, would lean Barton. I could see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you said Barton, I was like, yeah. I didn't want to say anything about the fruitiness, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I get a lot more black tea tobacco notes than I'm used to in Buffalo Trace products.
That's the
I
best.
gotta-
Hey, that's the best of the pours so far.
That's your favorite, Brad?
Yeah, so far it's they're all good though. But I mean, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's damn good. That's the first time I've had it is tonight, so
That,
I might be bringing that to the wedding.
is that your buddy Ray?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, I think that was right. Okay. We're on to the final pick.
Mm-hmm.
Final pour.
125?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
it's crazy, right?
Holy cow.
Very smooth.
Yeah. That could get a guy in big trouble.
Yeah.
Holy-
So it's crazy to like to see, because I like Blanton's Gold quite a bit. You're not smelling the fourth one, are you, Ben?
No.
Okay.
It's the Bland's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've learned the rules now.
The Blanton's Gold I actually really like.
Yeah.
But that straight from the barrel is awesome.
I've got a bottle of the Blanton's Gold, and the straight from the barrel, I would say, beats it.
Yeah.
I haven't
it's
had
really
the
good.
gold.
You've never had the Gold, Ed?
I haven't. I've just had the regular Blanton's, which I poured it tonight because Lance sent my samples in a Blanton's box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to pour to start off.
I tried to give you a clue.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
and I poured it and it was sitting on the counter, and I told Jennifer to take a drink, and she drinks. She goes, "Oh, I really like that." I go, "Of course you do. You like Weller, you like Blanton, you like all the stuff that I could never find."
That's right.
That's all right.
Well, this is a beautiful color on this last one.
Oh man, it's like motor oil.
I did it earlier. Here
That
it is.
is fabulously dark.
Yeah, Daniel said doesn't taste like Buffalo Trace because it's not watered down like everything else. Yeah, it's,
That's true.
yep.
He's got a good point.
Jason said Gold is decent. Yeah, I'd say it's better than decent, and for me, but I like it. I enjoy it. But I love that, 100 to 110 proof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Final one. So right now the score is, let's see. Ben 1 point, Ed 1 point, Brad's got 3.
Oh,
This is a rough one. It's a rough outing, boys.
The 30 seconds is tough, man.
so
It is.
All right. So first question on the fourth pour is this finished or not? On the nose.
All right.
And go. Ben's done. Oh, you froze. I thought you were already done. Had your answer like
No. I did. Yep.
Dolby thinks it burns his nose.
3, 2, 1. The first pick we get Ed on, man. We got to do a sticker now.
I made the sticker with Power Bourbon.
That's right, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. Did I pour you any of those when you were here, Brad? The Starlight picks?
No.
Okay.
Those Starlight picks Power Bourbon did were fantastic.
Yeah. I'll bring you a bottle. I'll surprise you.
Yeah, all right. I will take a pour. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brad, what are we saying? Finished or not?
Yes.
What do you think, Ed?
No.
Ben?
Yes.
Okay. Second question. For the palate, name the distillery. And go. Oh, that's so good. Good Lord.
That could be the leader in the clubhouse.
Oh my God. So fantastic. That's my favorite of the night. I don't want to sway you guys. 3, 2, 1, time.
Bullshit. You sped that up.
You just blacked out because it tasted so good.
I did. Oh man.
Man, that finish is crazy, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
Love it.
All right, Ben, you're up first, buddy. What do you think the distillery is?
What do I think the distillery is? I didn't have a good answer. I'm gonna go with Chattanooga. I don't know.
Okay. And Ed?
Man, that's got me leaning 4 Roses. I'm going 4 Roses.
Okay. What do you think, Brad?
Bardstown.
Oh, that's a good guess.
They have some finished stuff, so that's what I'm guessing.
All right. Last question is the proof. And go. Jason said, Ben, it's your time to shine.
I wish.
Jason,
10 seconds.
Jason better get into Avatar.
3, 2, 1, time. What'd you say, Ed? You cut out on me.
I said Jason better get a new Avatar.
I think I know what this is, or at least I think it took a minute. It's super familiar. I don't want to say it to be totally wrong, but I
all right, we'll let you go last, Ben.
I have an idea.
All right. Let's go Ed first.
114.
Okay. Brad?
110.
All right, Ben, what do you think?
I think this might be a light whiskey, and I think it might be like high, like 130, or even higher. Like it could be hazmat. It's tough, but I think I could be way off, but there's something in there that's familiar, and it made me think of a different light whiskey that I have. It's like Copper Sky, I think, is the distillery, and this tastes very similar.
I brought or I think that's the name of it, a light whiskey. It was like 142 to the bottle share last year's whiskey mash. A lot of flavor. It's hot.
A lot of flavor. Where does that one stack up in everything you guys tasted tonight?
It's in my top 2.
Number 2.
number 2?
Probably so. Me too. Yeah.
I think it's good. I just I don't know. I don't there's like a distinct note that I get. Kind of again like the Dasani water we've talked about before. Like there's like some note in there that I get on light whiskey. That's why I think that this could be. But I think it's really good. I would say it's probably 3rd.
Okay. So I've always said this you saying light whiskey, I can totally see that. Because I get a note in light whiskey that I get in some Canadian whiskey that I get in this, and it's like vanilla fair taffy.
Yeah.
But I also get like a cream soda kind of note to it that I love, that I freaking love. So what you guys are drinking? Oh wait, I should give the answer, shouldn't I? All right, I'll do that first. Ben, on finished, you said yes. Ed said no. Brad said yes. The answer was yes. This is finished.
Damn it.
On the palate, distillery, Ben said Chattanooga. Ed said Four Roses. Brad said Bardstown, which I thought was an interesting guess. You're all way off. You're all way off, but this was a trick question. So, proof, Ben said 130. Ed said 114. Brad said 110. I know Ben's closest. I just can't remember the proof. The proof is 126.
Wow.
So Ben was real close. Oh, shit. Oh, no. All right. So I'll tell you guys what we got, what we're drinking first. You're drinking the A1 pick, the Grander rum we talked about before we started.
Damn it. I have that. That's out.
Very good.
Jackass.
Very good.
I have that. That's why it was so familiar. I'm like, I've had this before. Like I was trying to rack my brain, but then I haven't drunk a lot of it, to be clear, but yeah.
So I knew you guys weren't going to get the distillery unless you guys just happen to remember what this tasted like. But it's one of those rums that tastes so much like a bourbon, but once you know it's a rum, you get all the rum notes. It just
now the nose is like completely sugary plum.
Yeah. But it throws you off blind. It just totally throws you off.
Yeah.
But that's the one that's aged 12 years in Woodford barrels and then another year in a toasted barrel. So it was finished, but it was rum and it was Panama was the state or the country.
Yeah. Country of distillation.
Yeah, right.
But oh man, that's one of my favorite picks. I just love that pick.
Boy, that's good.
That is crushable.
At 126 proof. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it always tastes like cream soda to me.
It's delicious. I can see that.
I'm so mad at myself because I'm like racking my brain trying to think of like what this is, because it is super distinct. It's like rum has that very like abrasive, like almost like overripe banana.
Overripe bananas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's what I get, like overripe banana, like cane sugar, and like I didn't even put it together. I didn't even think that this could have been a rum.
I know, that's what makes it so amazing. I think it's probably my favorite store pick I've ever had, is just because of the uniqueness of it. Nobody, I've given it to so many people blind. Nobody guesses that's a rum blind, but
I believe it.
But then once you know, it's like it feels so obvious.
Yeah,
right.
It was so good. I tell you, this is. People, if you've never done it, you don't understand how difficult it can be. Because right before you announced what it was, I'll tell on myself. You'll think this is crazy, but I had another sip and I was like, that almost tastes like a Willet product, a purple top almost.
I can see that.
Yeah. It's because it's like very. I'm trying to think of what the word. It's like very. It's kind of abrasive almost in a like kind of the same way that you like the smell of gas, or most people like the smell of gasoline, but that's not a smell that you would want to smell all the time. It's kind of like one of those funky, weird smells, but it's good. Like I'd get a lot of that in Willet. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but
No, it does. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I went with it. And then I thought, well, that was crazy.
All right, so you guys want to know the podium here?
I'm in third.
You started off so good, Ed. You were
know.
on fire. I was like, man, this is Ed's night. He almost bottle guessed it. He guessed Heaven Hill on the nose. I thought you had it, but yeah, Ed's in third. Ben came in second with 3 points, and Brad edged him out with 1 point.
Congrats, fellas.
Well, I think that this just goes with the old saying about a blind squirrel finding a nut every once in a while. So pretty much what that was.
I mean, when you got 30 seconds and it's pure blind, that's hard as shit.
Yeah.
That is hard as shit.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's a different animal, especially, like those, if you're on Matt Madness and you got a song playing in the background, where you're getting your balls kicked in, it'd be even harder, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't he do, I could be wrong, or maybe I heard somewhere where in a blind flight, he poured 2 samples were exactly the same.
I'm sure that happened. Yeah.
Yes, he actually poured all the samples the same.
That was it. All the samples.
Man.
He poured all. They were all the same Knob Creek. I think it was all the same Knob Creek store pick or Knob Creek something, and they all they picked it all different. As they tasted through, they were all over the place. That was crazy.
I did hear or watch or read that somewhere where he poured all 4 were the same.
Yeah.
And then your brain just cannot tell you that's the same thing I just drank.
Well, you could never answer because you would be thinking the whole time, I'm going to look like such a dumbass. There's no way that it's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't bring yourself to answer that. You'd have to have some big balls. Narav said, I'll raise you 10-year grander to the 13. Yeah, that's what we tasted tonight, Narav, was that 13.
Oh. Well, that's a winner. Man,
yeah. It was I think Blanton's, for me, the Blanton straight from the barrel was my number one, but that Grander rum pick was really close, second.
What was your favorite, Ben? Rank them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I would say probably the Old Fitz, and then the Smoke Wagon, and then probably the Grander rum, and then the Bland straight from the barrel. I thought the Bland straight from the barrel was really good. It just, I don't know. It does. It just didn't for me. It didn't have like a lot of things that I'd like love in bourbon that I like really gravitate towards. Still really good, but.
Well, I think sometimes too, when you start getting up there in proof, it's just kind of hard to taste nuances and complexity like you can in that 110, 115 proof.
Yep.
Start getting up to that 120, 130. Sometimes it's hard to pick out different things.
Yeah.
What about you, Ed?
Old Fitz was number 1.
Knew that was going to be.
That stuff. The first time I drank it at your house, I'm like, this is one of the better pours I've ever had in my life. It's phenomenal. Probably Blanton's 2, rum 3, and the Smoke Wagon 4.
Yep.
And again, that's the way they're hitting tonight. Tomorrow night, who knows? But that Old Fitz is special pour, man. That is a special pour.
It really is, man. It's so good for that 100 proof. I said in my review, I think it was that one. Was it that one? I think I said it in my review. It's like what everything I want Elijah Craig 18 to be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of the more viscous 100 proof pours I've ever had. It just coats the whole tongue. So
it's like, I think if you blended like Elijah Craig 18 and Knob Creek 18, it would almost taste similar.
It would be real close.
maybe not, but it's, I don't know. It's in that area with the way the oak tastes in it. It's just really nice. And for that proof, I mean, the flavor just hangs around. And it definitely hangs around if you throw it up. I'm surprised I still like that bottle, to be honest with you.
It gives you PTSD.
Yeah. It gives my wife PTSD. I'm positive of
that. How disciplined we were at Ed's house that night then.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. And once I get around Ed, man, the lights go out. I had to control myself. I had to prove that I could be on my best behavior.
The train goes off the rail. I think it has more to do with the fact if I come to Illinois, the train's
off the tracks.
It's gone.
Yeah. Plus, I wanted to be okay for the pick the next day, so I didn't want to feel like shit like we did the last time we went to Hard Truth.
Ooh, yeah.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that was yeah, because y'all went in pretty hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
yeah, it was us. Yeah.
I backed off there at the end because I was like, I know what I'm gonna feel like, and I still the next day was just driving that road to get there. Just the lines. I was like, I got close to saying, hey, we need to pull over, and then. When Brian was like, hey, do you guys want something to drink? It's like 10:30 in the morning, and he's like, hey, you guys want a cocktail or something? And I'm like, I guess. And then we get on the ATV, and we're like going. And thankfully, the cocktail actually, it felt like it helped. But
I feel like it did.
Oh, it did. It helped me like count my blessings and see my life flash in front of my face.
Yeah.
Have you guys went back to the smoke wagon?
No.
Yeah, I poured a little more of it because I was comparing it to the rum.
It's really concentrated.
I'm jealous, dude. You are so good at saving your samples.
He is.
You always have like a little put back, and I'm like,
I haven't drank in like 2 months. I just kind of took a break and just stopped drinking for a while, and so this is like my first coming back in, and I was like, I do not want to get hammered, like just coming in hot. So I was like pouring half.
I'm surprised everything didn't taste like when I do that. Everything tastes like just oak to me.
Yeah.
Like that first one, that's what I was saying. That first one, because it was, again, I was like, man, this is really bitter. It felt hot because that was my very first pour. Like, but I didn't want to guess something like real high in age and stuff like that. But obviously, that's why the proof was way off. And but yeah, thankfully, you kind of acclimate. It's like riding a bike. You get right back into it. But it was. I was way off on some of these just because.
You guys actually did good. I think nothing was. I mean, some of the one with the proof, the Blantons with the proof was crazy to me. Like
that was wild.
Yeah, everybody was way off on that, but you all were way off on that. So it just drinks a lot lighter.
I'm getting
good pour it is.
Yeah, on that smoke wagon now, Lance. I get the heavy cream soda note, and man, that's fabulous.
Oh, it's really good, man. It's really good.
For me, it's almost like I'm almost getting like a little bit of like a spearmint or something kind of like minty almost.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked up on it had you not said it, but I can. It's like it's just barely there, there. But
I was said it, and I was kind of swallowing it. I was like, yeah, I see it.
I get spearmint or like a little bit of pine on some MGP ryes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's where that's coming from, but Jason said OF17 was good, but I think he's meant but 19 better. I think it just matters. It just depends on your palate. I could see a lot of people liking 17 better than 19. 19 definitely. I mean, you can really tell the additional age in the oak in 19 from 7. 17 doesn't have near the oak notes that 19 has. I personally like that, but I could see how a lot of people would not like 19 and would love 17.
Yep.
But it's cool to see where it was going. From 17 to 19, how much 2 years just completely changes that whiskey. is really cool.
You know,
I bet.
going back to the smoke wagon, it's kind of has a, and I guess it's the oak thing. Maybe it has a drying feel. And whenever it's kind of drying a little bit.
So there was 1,527 of the winter oak bottles. But yeah, I mean, 41% of that is a five-year MGP.
Wow.
So, but again, that's what Nashville. Almost all those Nashville barrels are 5-6 years, and they're phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to talk age, it's different than bourbon, of course, but that hard truth is it's hard to believe the flavor you can get out of a 2 to 3 year old whiskey.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It's amazing.
I cannot wait to see how our pick turned out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be a banger. I can tell. It's just going to be straight banger, man.
The notes that people were pulling out, and that Brian was like, "Oh my God, like this is crazy." If I tell you the notes, it won't even sound like it's going to be a good whiskey, but it was. It was so good, man. Yeah, soy sauce. Like we had, like it was very savory, like soy sauce, oregano. I mean, it was nuts. We were all over the place with that whiskey. It was, and Brian was like, "Holy shit, I'm getting those notes." It was crazy.
That sounds like that New Riff Power bourbon pick that was like super barbecue and like bitter malt.
Well, yeah, we went with it because one of the reasons that pushed us to it is because it's such an outlier. It's just so different. It's not the first bottle. Okay. The first bottle they gave us was great, but it tasted just like all the sweet mash ryes. Honestly, and it would have been fantastic, but I was like, everybody's like, what's the point when we can just go buy that?
Right.
And the second one was really good, and it was like aged in one of those. It was like the Frank Sinatra barrels where they do the spiral staves.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good, but the third one was just, I thought it was out of this world good. I couldn't believe the age, and that, come to find out, it was at the top of the rick house. So
that was the youngest of the three, if I remember right.
It was the youngest. Yep, highest proof.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. We should get. I don't know. We should get a lot of bottles of that. Probably, I would guess 220 or so.
Oh
so,
my!
Dang.
So once we get them to all the members, we should have some extra for people to buy.
That's great. I'm glad. I know, and other things I've been a part of, when you don't make, like, the Barrel of Hope, if you're not in the first group, I'm really glad that a lot of the folks who are in the backup are going to get some of these bottles, man, and that's really great because that's it's almost like a Christmas present in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, the first Elijah Craig barrel we picked actually yielded 207 bottles.
Wow!
Did it really?
Yeah,
Wow.
So we're gonna have the 140 members, or we'll keep back, like, I think we have to hold back 150. What we'll probably do is make sure the members get all the bottles and that no one's broken shipping and everything, and then we'll release them to the $5 tier, and then everyone else for backups if they want backups of it. So it'll be nice. People will be able to get backups of that.
Yeah, Lance, I think mine broken shipping.
Yeah, that'll. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's been the coolest part of it, honestly, has been going on picks with you guys. Like the Hard Truth pick we did was just phenomenal. The Elijah Craig pick was just, wild that we got to buy a second barrel. Barrel, but that was really cool. But most of the people from Barrels for Hope that have got to go on these picks, it's been their first time doing a barrel pick. And I mean, the picks they've been on, I've been on a lot of picks, and the picks that we've done, like, they're in my top just for the
Nice.
fun and the experience of it. Yeah, they wheeled down a barrel from the top floor at Heaven Hill for us, and the girl could pick it up with one finger. And she was like, I think I can get this donated from another state because Illinois is out of allocations. And by the end of the day, she was like, if you guys want it, it's yours. And we're like, shit, yeah, we'll take the second barrel.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hard Truth, man, they rolled out the red carpet for us. They treated us to lunch, and then the owners came down and talked to us for a long time. We're asking us our opinion on what to do with their barrel that's aging out in the pond. And so we were like, shit, with the whiskey tube community, you just need to get on one of these top channels like Jason's or Bourbon Junkies and just have a live event and raffle off bottles from that, and you'll sell it that day. And there's no telling how much you'll sell it per bottle.
Oh, no kidding.
And they haven't even tasted it. They have not broke into that barrel. They have no idea what it tastes like.
Since they opened.
Yeah, it probably tastes like fish, but
it got like a crack in it and it all leaked out.
Well, I guess the first one they did is at the bottom of the pond.
I think I remember Brian saying that, like it's something having its tank it fell.
Yeah. But
great charity pick there if they did that bottle for charity or did that barrel for charity. But any way they go, it'll be very popular because that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greatest thing we did though with Barrels for Hope was just get a board so I don't fuck anything up.
As long as you ain't in charge of shipping anything, they're fine.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have a logistics manager who's in charge of all that, who talks to Narav a lot and deals with the shipping and all of that stuff. And he's been awesome because he just made the process so easy. Like he came on, he's like, well, instead of me like sending out links and then waiting to hear which bottles people wanted and then getting payments, he's like, we have the money. Why don't we just pay Narav for all the bottles up front and then just ship them? And I was like, that's a great idea. So that's what we do now. We just pay them up front and then get them out. So little things like that, my brain, I just think of ideas and I run wild with ideas. I need people to help me,
Well, that's the good thing about that board is that everyone on that board is so specialized to do what they're doing. And also, I don't think sometimes I really believe members don't understand how much time free you guys spend doing that. And sometimes I get a little frustrated. I text Lance one day, somebody who was on a chat was complaining about something. I'm like, man, you guys put in so much flipping time for free. I mean, what are people expecting? I mean, but that's unusual, and maybe they caught me on a bad day. But still, guys.
Well, it was like somebody wanted us. We post in Patreon, we email, we post on YouTube, and someone wanted us to post it somewhere else. And it's like, look, man, we posted in 3 mediums. At some point, it's not our responsibility anymore to try to search you out where you are. Come where we are, because we got so many places we got to post stuff.
Right.
And it is behind the scenes, man. Those guys on the board are working their ass off for this. They're doing a lot of work. But it's an amazing board, even our treasurer is a CPA and deals with, I don't remember the exact number, but something like 300 million a year, something crazy. He's awesome. Sends us cost analysis every month of where we're protected, what's going on, how much we have for barrels, stuff like, man, it's just nice not to have to think of that. Somebody that knows those numbers just says, this is what we can spend. Go do it. It's just it's a relief, honestly.
I think complaining about that sort of thing is almost as bad as being late for a live stream.
Almost, but not quite.
It ranks.
Like that's the thing, man. I can say those things about you guys, but somebody else kind of like that particular day. I text Lance, I'm like, what the hell? Like, nobody can say that stuff to you. Any of y'all,
Yeah, people get real sensitive about stuff. It's
especially in bourbon.
Yeah, which is weird to me. That's weird to me because you're dealing with people that you would think would have some of the thickest skin.
Yeah.
Definitely the strongest livers, but you would think that they would have you'd think that they have the thickest skin, but they sure don't.
No, that's for sure, man. It's constant. And then hearing what Narav deals with at his store, man, I can't even imagine. But for Barrels for Hope, for the most part, has gone really good. We haven't had anyone get mad. Everybody's been super patient since we started selecting barrels. We knew they were going to take a while to come in, and now we have a date. We know they're coming in the week before the 15th, and then we'll ship them out the 15th. So
yeah. You just have to have a mindset. You just have to have the mindset, like, I'm doing this for charity, and then whatever I get is extra. Like that. Yeah. I mean,
and I wouldn't call them fights, but the board has had arguments over which barrels to buy and which barrels not to buy. And
oh, really?
That's the hardest part. And it's not like nobody takes it personal. It's just, we're fighting for the best barrels we can buy. But then, Narav doesn't know. We don't know what he's going to get the rest of the year. He has to wait to hear on that. So if we pass up a barrel, it might be, at the end of the year, we might be kicking ourselves, So it's a tough balancing act of figuring out what we want, the money we want to spend. The four-gate barrel. We talked to the owner of Four-Gate, and a four-gate barrel is going to cost us $30,000.
Oh my gosh!
So I thought a Maker's barrel at 15 was expensive. Four-Gate's at 30. So
that's crazy.
We'll probably talk about this, but my point on that was, man, I'd rather buy two $10,000 $10,000 barrels, get you guys an extra bottle, and have another $10K for charity, than spend $30,000 on a barrel and have them laugh their asses off all the way to the bank for some 5-year finished MGP.
Yeah. Like if it's only going to be, like you said, only going to be 5-year MGP, it's like, let's go. Yeah. Go and get 2-3 barrels of something else. It's just.
Yeah. And it's not like, and with the Four-Gate pick, they're not sending us multiple samples. They're saying, my understanding is, here's a barrel that was finished in sherry or whatever. This is what you get. And it's 30 grand. Yeah. And I'm fighting for that not to happen. Even though everybody wants a Four-Gate pick, I think we'd be better off having something else.
Yeah, I would agree. Especially if it's just a 5-year finish. It's like, yeah, cool. Like Four-Gate, most people can't get it. It's a high price point. Like it seems cool, but honestly, it's just, they're so hit or miss. And like that's why you see so many Four-Gate bottles, like in the states that get a lot of Four-Gate, you see a lot of those bottles sit, kind of like Bardstown, because they're like no one wants. Yeah.
That's what I said. I said Four-Gates sit at Narav's place forever, and some people are like, no, they don't. And I'm like, man, I'm telling you, Four-Gates sit because they're so expensive.
Everybody's thinking about like the Kelvin.
There's a shop up in Carmel that I go to every so often. Every time I go in there, I'll bet there's 5 or 6 different Four-Gates, and there's 6 or 7 bottles, and they're in there all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Because, I mean, to take a flyer on a $220 bottle, I mean.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
And so I got off. I talked to the owner of Nulu. And not everybody's super crazy about Nulu picks, but I was like, we're trying to, figure out our last couple barrels. The Barrels for Hope group is bourbon aficionados. So if we come down there and do a pick, like if we were to do a pick, it'd have to be something pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, well, he goes, I've got, what was it? He had I think it was a 6-year finished in Madagascar vanilla cognac barrels.
Whoa.
And I was like, holy shit, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So it was like a barrel that aged cognac and then Madagascar vanilla, and then they put bourbon in it. And I was like, holy shit, man, that sounds amazing. He goes, it's really good. Then they had another one where they it was a maple syrup barrel, and they charred the heads to the temperature of brulee, and then they put bourbon in that, and I'm like, holy shit, that sounds amazing too.
Maple syrup, like anything that I've had that's been like maple syrup, like finished like in something that was involving maple syrup, those have all been amazing.
I know, man. So I bet it is Nulu. It's not going to get people as excited, but man, I don't know. Those sound pretty damn good to me.
It gets me more excited than a 5-year sherry finished. You know, it's like, what are you paying for at that point? Like $220, like for 5-year MGP finish and sherry. It's like so many other people could do that. You're paying for the branding of Foregate.
And if I'm Foregate, I am laughing my ass off that somebody's paying $30,000 for a 5-year MGP barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me, but I might be in the minority. I don't know. I have no idea, but I just think it seems like too much. Now, I think we've talked about, like, if we want something like a Foregate, if that's really something with like the members want, then let's get a year of membership dues under our belt, hold a little back, and then next year it doesn't hurt us as much if we decide to do something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say that same thing. Like right out of the gate, your first year, I mean, you're gonna take a third of your total revenue stream to go buy one barrel.
Yeah, it'd be 3 months of membership fees.
Right.
Yeah, silly.
Look, I don't know what they go for, but I've seen several Weller foolproof picks out there. I mean, I bet you that's not $30,000.
It's definitely not. The only problem with that is, that's just the only problem with that is just, Narav only is going to get 1 or 2 of those a year, and I don't blame him. I would hold those back for my VIP customers at my stores.
Sure.
So those are going to be
one of those. I'm just saying you can look at that versus spending $30 or $30,000 on a Foregate pick, and I go, no, that's not even close for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was excited about the Foregate because we don't get it. We don't get Foregate here, but then when you start saying like, hey, it's a 5-year, MGP finish sherry, it's like, I'm sure it's really good.
Yeah.
It's just like that. I mean, I could go buy 5 bottles of that from some other distillery that's doing something similar. It's just like, I don't know. If it was like 8 or 9 year finished in this, or like, just, I don't know. For me, I'm just not as excited about that.
Yeah, I think we should definitely post a poll at some point. But if you post a poll, you've got to give everybody the full information. You can't say, would you rather have a Foregate or X barrel? You have to say, would you rather have a Foregate at 30,000? Eat into 3 months of our membership, or would you rather have another or 2 $10,000 barrels, have another 10,000 towards charity? I think most of our members are going to choose option B, personally. But
I'd choose option B every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I told the board, like, I don't want to lose sight of what we started this for. Like, and you have to look at the picks in totality. Like, you have to look at the 6 picks. You can't look at, okay, if we did a Nulu pick, that might not be as exciting for people. But we also did 2 Elijah Craig barrel proof picks. Nobody's getting that. We did a hard truth pick. Very few people are doing that. We did a maker's pick. That's $15,000. And then a Middle West pick. We did we're doing that pumpernickel rye.
I'm excited about that.
People are doing that. And so then maybe you throw in a Nulu and something else, but that for your first year is beyond any expectation I had of what picks we would have.
Yeah,
So
I honestly thought we'd get 4. I thought if we got 4, I was stoked. I'm like, these guys are doing a great job. You got 4 picks. I mean, that's
so the numbers that we wrote in our bylaws was always 6. Like, per our bylaws, we cannot provide you guys less than 6. We have to do 6. So you'll get 6, but it looks like we're doing 7, and you might even get 8 for the cost of your membership. So I mean, I think that's above and beyond anything I would.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That'll be the first time the Ed's wife has ever had 6.
Yeah. Chad said, not just you, Lance. I like what you were walking about. I would rather see multiple good bottles over possibility of one decent bottle.
Agree.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not even a guarantee that it's going to be decent. Like, it could be bad.
Right.
Like, if they're just basically saying, hey, here you go. Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the distilleries that kind of have that, like, FU mentality of just like, here's what we got. You're going to like, because there's a line out the door and someone else will take it. And it's just like, I don't know. I'd much rather take the Pumpernickel Rise, the, Hard Truth. And the other big benefit is if you do more picks, it's more members that get to go on those picks. It's, more connections that you're building. Like, there's other additional benefits to that. And so, I don't know. I'd say let's go for as many picks as we can and do that over taking these prized bottles that honestly might not be that good.
Well, and I think the picks that have been done so far, the thing I like about it is the palates of the folks going, they're going to be very unique bottles that you just can't walk in a liquor store and buy.
Yeah. Well, to have Dusty Dan on the panel and Josh has a really good palate. So does Joe. Everybody on the board. So the 4 founding members are on every pick if we can make it, and then we pick 4 additional members. But our goal is to try to get at least the 4 of us on all the picks. So you guys, I don't know, everybody that joined can trust the pick team. But that's not always possible. But it's been really good so far. And I'm excited. Ben's not going to like, I don't know. We'll have to see if Ben likes the Makers pick we did, since Ben doesn't like Makers. But
we're going to find out.
We'll find out. But
if not, just leave it in the Robs and Lance will pick it up for me.
Yep, I'll pick it up. Yep, that's true. That's true.
That's right, Ed. David
said, can't wait to get some bottles. You guys have done great. Thanks, man. I mean, it's been above my expectations already. We've kept memberships sold out the whole time, and I can't say what we project the end of our year to be, but right now I can tell you it's projected to be more than we thought. So that's to be able to write. We're going to be able to write a big check to charity at the end of the year, and that's amazing.
Heck yeah.
And that's a big thanks to Narav, because we can't do this without him, and he's donating 6 barrels a year to us to give to our members. And he's given us 2 Elijah Craig barrel proofs. I mean, he's given us some great barrels that other, all these, there's a lot of clubs now, and they're all using the same shared pour or different online places. So they're kind of all doing the same picks, or I'm sure, one doesn't pick something, they just send it to the next channel and it just goes through a loop. I don't know that for sure, but I'm guessing. And we're not in that loop. We are, Narav gets picks for us, and we get to go to all of them. So it's pretty exciting.
I'm very proud to be a part of this group. I really, it's fun to be able to do something that's a passion of mine, but give back. I really am. I have a lot of pride of being in this group, and I've met some great people too.
Yeah. There's a lot of great people. Everybody I've met on these picks has been so much fun. Been phenomenal.
And how many times would you have an opportunity to meet a superstar like Dolby?
It's getting dark out there. He's gonna have to go to his little closet.
I know. I'm gonna have to run in my little hole here, my little cave.
You guys doing anything fun for summer? Any trips or anything?
Yeah, I'm going. Jennifer has kind of a big birthday this year. She's hitting that half-century mark, so we're going to Key West for the first week in July. It's going to be fabulous.
Awesome.
It'll be hot as hell, but I don't care. It's going to be awesome. I'm stoked.
That's great.
Her sister lives right outside, so lives right between Marathon and Key West, and man, it's so much fun down there. It's a blast.
I was gonna say, didn't y'all go last year?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Was it last year? Yes, last year. Yep, you're right. Yep. So going there, and then my son turns 21, so we're taking him deep sea fishing out of Panama City.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
gonna be a rip.
Oh, nice.
That is good. That's gonna be really cool.
He went. I took him for his 18th, and it was so funny. He never landed anything but some real small stuff. But one of the guys on the boat's reeling up and then gets smoked by a shark.
Ooh.
And then it's wide, and they gave Nick the rod, and we were guessing it was between a 8 and 9 foot bull shark. But
Wow.
I mean, the sweat was just pouring off his head. He's cranking and reeling, and it was hilarious. It was fun. So he's like, "I'm landing something this year." I'm like, "All right, bud." So
That's what we need to do. We all need to go deep sea fishing. Well,
I can probably make that happen.
hey, that would be a fun time.
I've got a great connection out of Panama City, so if with enough lead time, I can probably make it happen.
Okay.
So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
I would love to do that, and then like also like just I don't know, for some reason I've gotten real big into hunting lately, and like I'm like I want to take a trip to like Alaska or something like that, like do something extreme like that. I'm definitely not outdoorsy enough to do that, but I'm like I can always dream, you know.
Yeah. Ed, can house goblins get wet? You guys okay getting wet?
Yeah, I got a wetsuit.
Toby doesn't like the rain.
EABOD, all y'all.
Oh shit!
we need a whiskey tornado T-shirt with that on the back.
Yeah.
we can make it happen.
No, I'm with you, Ben. I've always wanted to go up to like Alaska and get, it'd be cool. Of course, I think it'd be cool, and I'd get there, and I'd probably not think so, but get dropped out there for a week with enough supplies to go a week, and then hunt for a week, with like you're a good friend or something like that. That would be.
Oh yeah, but man, you're in Texas. You got good deer in Texas.
Yeah.
It's certain parts, like being in Austin, you gotta go out pretty far. But Austin's weird, man. It's so flat. Yeah. Like there's just no mountains. Like you get the hill country, so you get some deer there, but it's almost surprisingly flat. Like it's not as bad as like Kansas or Oklahoma, but it's like I grew up in Arizona, and there's a lot of mountains. There's a lot of like mountains, a lot of terrain, and then you get here and like I haven't seen mountains in I don't know how long. Like it's just I see them.
There's no mountains in Texas. There's not a mountain in Texas.
No,
I don't care what anybody says. No.
I mean, when we moved here, we had to drive through. Like driving through Texas itself is such a trek. But when you're driving through West Texas, there are a lot of signs up about like be careful for the wind, because you get hit with these gusts of wind because it's so flat, and if you're not careful, it'll throw your car off the road. But it's just like you're driving along here and you're just seeing nothing but just flat earth.
Yeah.
And so
when I drove from Colorado to Tennessee, I had to drive across the northern panhandle through Amarillo.
Oh,
that literally is one of the flattest places I've ever been.
Yeah.
The off ramps have no elevation change. They're the same elevation as the interstate. They just kind of go like this. And I'm like, what in the hell? This place is just ridiculously flat. So
Ben, I was telling somebody the other day about you coming here and just constantly saying how green it was.
I remember it was just looking around, just everything was green. in Austin too, you get a lot of greenery. Like Austin's a little unique for Texas because it's green. It gets some good amount of rain, but still, it's nothing like that, man. Like just you got all the trees, the grass. I think that's something too. Is the grass here is absolute shit. The grass here is like just terrible. It's basically weeds.
People spend outrageous amounts watering their lawns here. I have a client who said his water bill was like $1,100.
Whoa!
Because they water their yard like crazy.
That's extreme.
Unless you're running a golf course.
I know.
No.
Yeah, that feels like there's something else going on. Like the pipes are all leaking underground and it's just creating a sinkhole.
I know.
I met a guy at work on Tuesday, and we in the conversation we got to talking about watering and sprinkler systems. He goes, "I don't water anything I can't eat." I'm like, "Good point. Good point." But
yeah, when you have a nice lawn though, there's a level of pride that you can't put a price on when you have like a nice lawn that's freshly mowed, edged up, and you're looking around at your neighbors and you sacks of shit. Like there's something about that.
You should see the levels these people go through in this subdivision. I mean,
I remember, yeah.
There are people that have grass that looks like it looks like a damn golf course. We'll go on walks and Jennifer's like, "We can just take a nap in that grass right there." I'm like, "Yes, please." I will just lay down in that lawn and just leave me alone. Because I mean, it looks like carpet. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is something I miss is that grass. Because even in Arizona, they put a lot of water into the grass there, but like here it's just weird. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's very the leaves are very thick and like it's almost like a weed that's growing up. It's very weird.
It's that St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, yes,
is what it is, and it's that stuff is gnarly. It's just gnarly because it doesn't have a root system that goes down. It fans
out.
It's almost like
it grows in like little circles, little circles like the size of a plate. Yep. And it just kind of grows up, and it grows up enough to where it just really messes up your lawnmower when you're trying to go over it.
Right.
And it grows so fast too, but it's terrible. So anyway, I remember, some of the best grass ever is like Montana. We've got family in Montana, and so every summer we would go back. And I just remember like playing in the grass and stuff like that, like no shoes, nothing. And the first day we got to Texas, I remember with my family when we moved here, like I went out in the backyard with my shoes off, and it felt like I was stepping on hay. Like it felt like it felt horrible. I was like, you can't run barefoot in this stuff. It's just, it's the worst.
Yeah. The growing up in Southern Illinois, Lance, you got some pretty good topography down there. I mean, there's a lot of elevation change.
It starts to Illinois is generally like really flat, but once you get into Southern Illinois where the glaciers are and stuff, it's gorgeous. Actually, it's
down there
really hilly and quite beautiful. And if you can find places where, like we used to hunt on my buddy has a lot of farmland that they leased out to a coal mine company, and then they came back and put everything back, and it's got beautiful ponds, and it's just like beautiful hills, and you're like, am I in Illinois? It's so gorgeous to hunt out there. It's just beautiful.
Well, like the area around Hard Truth in Brown County in Nashville.
Yeah.
You don't think you're in Indiana.
Yeah, that's that's right across from Southern Illinois. So you're getting, it's a lot of the same, like Giant City National Park or
what is that, Garden of the Gods or
Garden
something?
Garden of the Gods is beautiful. Yeah.
That was a beautiful drive into Hard Truth, and that was really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about when we move, we're gonna do our bourbon room, and we've got this picture. You guys know who the Shelton gang is, or God dang it, what's his name? I'm having a hard time. The bourbon's kicking in. Shelton gang, and it's 2 Southern Illinois gangs. I'll remember it in a minute. God dang it. There should be a movie about this, but God dang it. There's a book called Bloody Williamson. Hold on. I got to look it up because I can't remember his name now.
Well, it sounds thrilling.
It's
you got me hooked. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I just Googled it and it says no results found. So
there's 2 Southern Illinois gangs. There's the Shelton brothers, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I feel so crazy for not knowing this. But they kind of teamed up in the 1920s. The Ku Klux Klan was on the rise, and they teamed up to kind of squash the Ku Klux Klan, which probably not because they weren't racist, but because they had their hands in racketeering, they had their hands in coal mines, all this other stuff. Well, the Shelton gang, it's thought, was the first aerial bombing in the United States, and they bombed this other gang member's hideout.
Really?
And then this guy, the guy that they bombed, he ended up killing a mayor in Southern Illinois, and he was the last person hung in the state of Illinois when the electric chair was being used like crazy, but they hung him, and they sold tickets to the hanging. There was like thousands of people at the hanging. So we have this picture of him on this old car, and he's got like all his gang members, and they've got Tommy guns, and it's the coolest shit. And it happened right where I grew up. It just there needs to be a movie about it, but not many people know about it.
Is it Charles Berger?
Yeah, Charlie Berger. Charlie Berger.
Or Charlie. Okay,
yeah, Charlie Berger. And Berger spelled Birgir. Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah, Charlie Berger. Charlie Berger gang and the Shelton brothers. And then once the Ku Klux Klan was kind of squashed, they just went at it. So in Williamson County in that time, you had Ku Klux Klan murdering people. You had the gang members murdering the Ku Klux Klan, and then you had the gang members murdering each other. It was just like absolute chaos in Southern Illinois.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You can actually, if you search Charlie Berger, you'll see him on that car with a bunch of guns. And then there's a picture of him right before he was hung. And he's apparently his last words were, "It's a beautiful day." Like he was smiling ear to ear when they hung him. But that was like 5 miles from where I grew up that all this happened. So our new bourbon room, we're going to decorate and all Bloody Williamson stuff.
If it hadn't been for the Barrels for Hope gang, it might have gotten just completely out of control.
That's right. But I don't think there's like confirmation that the Shelton brothers did the first aerial bombing, but they definitely did an aerial bombing in the United States. Homemade bombs out of this plane, and
wow,
that's crazy.
It's a cool story.
I had no idea anybody had ever done that. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah,
well, not great, but yes, it's cool.
I love hearing that stuff unique about in the areas where you grew up, and you meet people and they have their own little niche crazy stuff that
because during the 1920s you could probably go to almost any county and have something similar with racketeering and mafia kind of stuff. But if anybody in Southern Illinois that grew up in Southern Illinois, almost always somebody has ties to either Charlie Berger or the Shelton brothers.
That's
Charlie Berger looks autistic. He looks like he looks inbred.
Yeah, he's Russian.
Wow.
Yeah, that explains it.
They had a bunch of that going on when I was in my hometown back in Montana with the mining and the unions. And there's a story of Frankie Little, and he was running one of the groups that were non-union. And the union guys got a hold of him, and they drug him behind a car for like a mile. And the story says at the intersection of the two of these streets in Butte, they found his kneecaps.
Oh my God!
They drug him so far, and then they hung him and threw him off a train trestle bridge on Centennial Street. And you can drive that trestle bridge is still there where they hung him. But the kneecap thing just blew me away. I'm like, what? Found his kneecaps?
Oh,
that's straight mafia shit right there.
I didn't want to interrupt your story because I heard you really getting into it. But when you started saying they had a lot of that in my hometown, I was like, inbreds are autistic people.
You ain't right, Ben.
Because right after I said that,
I know.
Like, in my hometown, they really had a lot. They had a lot of that.
You're right.
Dolby has no desire for his sister.
Oh shit!
For the rest of my life, I'm gonna be known for Jesus. I can't help it. We're not all 6'5" like you.
Oh man! Oh, too funny.
You look at Ed's screen and you see the lights in the background, and then his head in the center is just glowing because of the lights in the back.
Yeah, I was telling Lance, I'm like, we got the house is pristine right now because we're having open house for Jennifer's son's graduation tomorrow. So she's like, nope, outside.
Yeah.
You can't touch anything in here. You're not allowed to sit on the couches, nothing. So
I liked her house. I like the basement was the best. I've just got a real soft spot for basements.
Yeah, the basement's awesome, man.
Absolutely.
it was kick-ass.
So you guys are coming in September, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I already have my hotel booked.
All right. Brad, you're welcome to swing up to my house and stay with us if you want for a night or two before we drive down there.
That sounds good. Yeah, I might do that. Absolutely.
I'm coming in. Yeah, I'm coming in early.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, for sure I will then. Yeah. As long as it's not me and Lance, as long as you're coming too, Ben, I'll go.
I don't know if the house elf is. I don't know if the house goblin's coming, but
you need to come early too.
Yeah,
you'll be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
I'm gonna try my best to have the bourbon room done by the time you guys get here. I think I'll be able to though.
So you're moving in July, is that right, Lance?
Yeah. So my daughter gets married next a week from today.
That's crazy.
So we leave for North Carolina on Tuesday, and then we'll be back the following Monday, and then we got 2 weeks to pack, and then we got movers coming, and then we move to the new house July 7th.
That's crazy, man.
And then and then we've got to move my daughter back to North Carolina, somewhere in there, because
that's gonna be a hell of a drive.
Oh my God! Well, he does. So he's in the Marines, and they don't get their new apartment till July 7th. So she's got to come home for a couple weeks before she can move out there. And then we move my other daughter into the dorms August 20th at U of I. So then we'll be empty nesters. So
it's been a busy year.
Yeah, when you guys come to the house, man, it'll just be adults. I can't wait.
That's good. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Because then you can bottle flip and say stupid shit and it won't get recorded.
What fun is that, man?
Oh man,
it's a lot more fun. Trust me.
I managed to I made it 18 years without my daughter seeing me drunk until Ed came over, and then man, they got a lot of good video. They got a lot of good video.
Just take 2 scoops of this and I don't know, and yeah, one of these and we'll be fine. Oh, that's fucking salty. God, that's salty. Well, yeah, that shit expired 2 years ago.
Renee goes in the other room because she wants nothing to do with us. She's like, I've made an ass out of myself. I'm like, it just being ridiculous. And she hears me going, here, Ed, just take a couple scoops of this. I don't know, take 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many scoops. Just take some scoops of it. And she's like, what are you guys doing? And she comes in and we're drinking this hangover stuff that's been like a year expired. And she doesn't know how much I've poured in, but I've poured a lot for both of us.
A lot. I'm telling you. And the first 2 drinks, I'm like, God, this is salty. Really, really salty.
Dobie doesn't like salty.
God, you're a jackass.
A couple hours later, I was puking up Old Fitz 19 and shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
Renee was not happy.
Old Fitz 19. Gray
we did a finished flight that night, which I never ended up doing anything with.
which was pretty damn good finished stuff too.
Yeah, it was all high proof stuff, man.
Gray Label, was it Seagrass or Dovetail or one of those?
Both.
Dang.
They're like 130 proof.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wide open off the rails. The only thing that was under 130 proof was the Fitz 19.
And we drank half that bottle.
No shit.
That's the funny
And
thing.
Chuck
Is whenever,
stops over and he brings Stag, and we're drinking George T. Stag, and we had a pour of George T. Stag at the restaurant. And the guy's
that's
like,
crazy.
"Well, I think it's like $20," and Lance is like, "2, please."
Yeah. That's the truth. I'll tell you what, though, you'd be hard pressed to beat the meal that Ed cooked up that night we were there. That was some goodness.
It was good, man.
Yeah,
That's
we need more. We missed you. We missed you last year. That was it. Wasn't the same because I think back 2 years ago when we had that like barn that or whatever you want to call it, the place that we stayed at, and when you cooked, that was the best.
That was the best.
Jambalaya. What did I do? Jambalaya, shrimp and grits, and breakfast.
Yeah.
That
was a jambalaya.
Ben's still blowing it, trying to cool it off.
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite memories from the week, though. Just sitting down having dinner with everybody was cool.
That was so much.
That was
fun.
really cool. I think the best one was it was the night that like I took that nap on the couch and then you guys all came up and we were just sitting there on the couch and it's like it's late at night, like we were just laughing, like that was the best.
I almost ended Ed and I's friendship that night. But we won't go into that story.
That was the best. I still think about that. I was like, it was fun. That was a fun trip.
Yeah, I will definitely cook again. You want to get a bunch of guys together? I'll whip up jambalaya or gumbo or shrimp and grits or Thai food.
Y'all need to.
I made Thai food when Ben and Lance came. That was killer.
Wow.
Oh yeah, with the peanuts, the little peanuts in it. Yeah.
Yep.
You meant Brad and Lance, didn't you?
No,
it was when
we went to Hard Truth.
Oh, that's right. What'd you make? Oh, you made jambalaya when Brad and I were there.
When you and Brad were there, I made jambalaya. But when you and Ben came out, I did the Thai noodles.
Right. That was good too, man. You're a good cook.
He is. He really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think. I mean,
that's the only reason.
House elves have to be good cooks.
He's a house elf. He's got to be a good cook.
Yeah. Goldie cooks the best meals.
You know what I love? My favorite thing is not the voice. It's the fact that he does this.
He leans in.
He's got to get like 2 inches away. God. It's like we can't see. You're 6'5". I mean, shit. Jesus.
Yeah. Fair enough, man.
Nikola Jokic is the only is the only person bigger than you right now. For crying out loud.
So all 4 of us will be at Whiskey Match, correct?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So Ed doesn't have a Backstreet Boys concert this year to go to.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he got a VIP ticket though. So Did you get a VIP ticket, Ed?
I did not. I'm not. Well, not on the discount rate. Are they all sold out?
No, they're not all sold out.
Oh,
I just didn't get the discount rate. I'll have to spend the high dollar rate. But
yeah, me too.
It's
y'all had a full month. Y'all had a full month to buy those tickets, and you just waited.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I was pimp slaying and hoe laying during that month. Gotta have your priorities.
You guys will definitely get your money's worth on the pours. I've seen the list. There's good stuff.
I had the VIP last year, and it was phenomenal, dude. I think I have probably. I can't remember the last time I felt as bad for somebody as I felt for Ben for having a cold and not being able to taste.
Would you have like double COVID or something?
Yes. No, I definitely didn't have COVID, but yeah, I couldn't smell nothing. It's like whenever your nose gets stuffed, you just can't drink bourbon. It
It's over.
just is like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Like it was, but it was still fun. It was still good. It was still a good time. I was just drinking beer.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. This feels worthy of where I'm at right now.
I think dinner the night before and the ball busting with who was that? Mike talking about his uncle.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
It just went south from there.
That was cool.
Mike
They
Booth?
had us in that like little back room, and there was
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll
Absolutely.
definitely do that again. I'll reserve that again. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? What was it, like a deconstructed shepherd's pie? Was that what we ate? What did we?
No, you had beef, like a
beef
different take
Wellington.
on beef Wellington. Yeah,
That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
It's like-
good.
it's got like a fillet with some kind of cheese and then barbecue sauce wrapped in a pastry. It's
What?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It's actually, Ed, it's called the Montana, I think.
Mm.
Well, I mean, beef and cheese and barbecue. I mean, how can that be bad?
It's so good. It's really good.
Why?
And then
That bad?
Joby could cook that, I think.
we're also we're working on the year-end thing for Barrels for Hope too. And I think that'll be awesome. We've got
Are you going to do the Advent?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That sounds like a no.
There's only one answer to
It's
that.
like,
Lance.
oh,
No.
that
Forgot
son of a
about
bitch
it.
brought it up. Damn it.
I didn't forget, but I have not been. I mean, I have enough in my bunker to do it. I have not. You guys know I have not been keeping up with bourbon.
Dude.
And I have not been tasting everything that's coming out yet this year.
You got some like new event or life-changing family thing. Your 23 is wide open, dude. I'm not.
Yeah, right.
You've had
Yeah.
so much going on. Same like our 23. We were talking about it. We don't have any time off. There's just no
Yeah.
time off.
None.
Here.
I told everybody that knows me, September, lose my number.
Between birthdays and graduations and
Yeah.
and other big like volleyball tournaments and stuff, it's just been crazy this year. Crazy.
Yeah, this year's been so hard, but fun because Renee's been healthy. Like last year was shitty.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
so yeah, it's just been
Number one.
it's crazy after that year to have this year where I'm so glad she wasn't sick this year. God, that would have sucked so bad. That would have sucked. I'm really glad. She was she got her first haircut for the wedding. First haircut since chemo about a week ago. No, it was a couple weeks ago, but
Awesome,
right
man.
before the wedding. So she was so worried about, I think she looks beautiful, but she's worried about it, which bums me out. But she got her hair cut and she loves it and she's excited now. And so she's going to be all good for the wedding. So
Cool.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't. That's tough on. I imagine. I've never experienced it, thankfully, but I can't imagine how difficult. I mean, it was for her, obviously, but for the spouse to see somebody you love so much hurt like that and go through that and not be able to, to help really.
So
You can't.
the weird thing for me was like trying not to picture what could happen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And like not picturing, her in some awful state where there is no hope. And I'd think about that, and then it just like, oh man, it turned my stomach. And I'd have to. It was hard not to think about that. So once you can get past that, it's fine. But imagining going through that situation and watching someone that you can't do anything for would be it's gonna happen either to me or her. One of us is gonna die first, so it's gonna happen. It's just. Picturing it is just awful, man. It's just awful.
It's also too you have years to prep for it. Like it's like when you get old and die, it's like like once you start getting into your late 70s, like Ed is in your 80s, it's like that.
Yeah, but house elves live for like 200 years, so he's young actually.
Look at him. God. The only person that outlives a house elf is Willie Nelson.
Yeah, he's
Willie Nelson's going to be the oldest person on this planet. I swear to God.
Keith Richards.
Yeah.
It's always crazy to me. You have these people that take care of themselves their entire life and they die at 75, and you have these people that just do all kinds of things and they live till they're 100.
I tell you what, though, man. Like I'm in the health professional field, so I like try to help people with quality of life as long as they can. But sometimes I'm like, man, these people that die in their 70s by heart attack, those people, that might be the way to go.
Yeah.
My dad was 74, and it was like this.
You don't suffer. You don't, you're not. People aren't watching it deteriorate. Your mind isn't going. It's just, If I live 80, I think 80 years and have a heart attack, you guys can. I'll be perfectly happy.
Yeah.
We'll crack open a bottle of Jefferson Ocean's 194.
There you go.
Jefferson's Ocean.
At your funeral.
Right.
Like I'm going to be around.
Southern Comfort.
And Fireball.
Yeah, some of that Crown Apple, 23-year Apple or whatever it is.
I just saw a post in a group text that Fireball is doing
I saw that.
ultra or aged Fireball. I'm like, so you're going to take garbage and just turn it into older garbage. Okay.
Could you imagine finishing your bourbon in a Fireball cask?
Oh God.
It's just gonna taste like Fireball.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna taste like a freaking hot tamale.
Yeah.
That'd be like Roseanne Barr wearing a bikini. Please, man.
That was real specific there, Brad.
Yeah, it sure was, Brad.
Yeah.
He's like looking at pictures up on his wall. He's
You've had that one in the holster.
On that note, I think.
All right, guys, I got to get off here. But man, it was so good catching up with you guys and having some bourbon.
Great,
Lance. I appreciate all the wonderful samples, man. Thank you so much.
Man. That was a great flight. A lot of fun.
Only thing as good as that bourbon and the samples was the camaraderie. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure you were going to say thinking about Roseanne Barr in a bikini.
What do you mean?
Don't be may think of Roseanne.
God, I hate you.
I
can't wait to hang out with you, buddy.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too.
Man.
Well, I love you guys, man. It's so
All
good to chat and have fun. And
too.
we'll have to do another live soon, man.
Good to see you guys all. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Y'all too.
See you guys.
Peace
See
out.
ya.